Back in Baldwin County, the trial is underway for the man accused of killing University of Georgia professor Marianne Shockley in May of 2019.
Marcus Lillard faces a maximum penalty of life without parole. Today, we heard opening statements from both the prosecution and the defense laying out their views on the case.
Yes, the opening statement shed light on each side's arguments for this trial. Beginning with the prosecution, Assistant District Attorney Nancy Malcor argues Marcus Lillard unintentionally killed Marianne Shockley by choking her while they were having sex. The GBI's autopsy says Shockley died by manual strangulation. Prosecutors say that night Lillard, Shockley, and Heindel did drugs out at Heindel's backyard where there was a pool and hot tub. The autopsy shows Shockley had ecstasy and marijuana in her system. Prosecutors say Lillard also had cocaine in his system. Malcor says the state will call up several women who had previous relationships with Lillard. Some say Lillard would choke them during sex. Some said they would even pass out. Defense attorney Matt Tucker claims that the state has placed an arrow on Lillard and painted a bullseye around him. Tucker says his client was in the woods gathering firewood when Shockley died, and he came back to find Shockley unconscious.
He's charged with felony murder for killing her during the commission of the felony aggravated assault for choking her too hard for too long.
This would not occur. And the evidence will show that there's no sex that occurred that night. There's none. There's a sex kit done. There's no DNA in her. There's no signs of any kind of sex.
Malcor said Shockley had an on and off again relationship with Lillard for the year and a half before her death. The two were scheduled to go on a trip to Ecuador for a study abroad trip the week after she died. Reporting in Milledgeville, Ashlyn Webb, 13 WMAZ News.
Now today we also heard from EMTs and deputies who responded to the scene, along with the first interviews with Clark, Heindel, and Lillard that they gave to investigators.
Investigators noted their statement seemed inconsistent. Heindel told investigators they waited at least 45 minutes before calling 911 after they realized Shockley stopped breathing. We expect to hear more on that throughout the trial.